Hi guys! Welcome back to Disney Life Happy Wife. We are looking forward to our Disney World trip that will be happening in 40 short days. So I just wanted to do a series of videos to kind of show you the ins and outs of the last little bits of planning after you do the big planning of booking the trip, putting your deposit down, etc. So today I'm going to focus on FastPass Plus. How to use FastPass Plus, how to easily make your reservations, how to best use your reservations. I use reservations, FastPass time slot that you sign up for. How best to utilize that, how best to utilize all your FastPasses, how the system works. First, you decide what park you're going to go to which day, and you should do this prior to your FastPass planning because this is very critical onto what day you're going to click on first to reserve your FastPasses. So for instance, we knew that on, I think it's April 30th, decided that we were going to go to Epcot. And the big hot new ride, especially because we have my daughter and my niece who love Frozen, we had to make sure that we got the Frozen Ever After FastPass. So first, I knew that was my first priority. I was going to the 30th, Epcot, Frozen Ever After. Those were my first things. That's what you have to plan out first. What is your most popular FastPass for your group? What day are you going to be in that park? And then you go from there. For instance, when we planned our 2015 trip, it was a little bit more difficult because the FastPass to get was Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And that was very, very difficult to get at that time. So we made sure that we knew we were going to Magic Kingdom these 2 days. Could we get it either day? So if you know you're going to Magic Kingdom 2 days, pick the further day for the most important FastPass. And the reason for that is as the days open up for people to reserve their FastPasses, the later in the trip is just being opened up. Not as many people have access to those FastPasses, if that makes sense. So that was my first thing. Frozen Ever After. I knew that on April 30th. Click, 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 done. This FastPass reservation this time compared to 2015 when I booked 2 trips was amazing. It was so much different. There were everything that we wanted we got, with the exception of the tier systems. For instance, if you pick Frozen Ever After, you can't FastPass Soarin' or Test Track. Next, you're going to want to figure out what time of day your group is best fit for their FastPasses. No, get out from under there. You're going to bump it and then the video is going to be shaky, okay? Thank you. So for instance, as my sister-in-law said, if you don't book your FastPasses in the morning, you will not be able to book extra FastPasses in the evening, late afternoon evening. So by that, she means after your 3 FastPasses you get every day, after you use them or your time slots have passed, you can go to any kiosk in the park, but you can also do it in the app, I believe now, and add another FastPass depending on what's available. Like, for instance, I think most of our FastPasses are from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. I also tried to think of the facts that you're going to want, if you have Mine Train and, oh my gosh, I never remember, the little Ariel's ride. It's not Journey to the Little Mermaid, that's under this, I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, if you have both of those FastPasses, you're going to want to make sure that those 2 are together versus if you also have Big Thunder Mountain. You're not going to be wanting to run from Mine Train all the way over to Big Thunder Mountain in less than an hour. So if you have back-to-back FastPasses like I tried to book them all in one area. Or know that your next FastPass is Big Thunder Mountain and make sure that you get in the Mine Train line right at the beginning of your time so you have a full 2 hours to get over there. Just depends on how you want to swing it. Also, of course, it's another suggestion that a lot of people will tell you
I'm going to try something. That is a 4 way to 5 and 4.
Beautiful. Good job. Thank you. Another suggestion that people will tell you is not to go to your Fast Pass right at the time that it starts. And that's because that's when everyone's going to go. So if you wait 15 to 20 minutes, it might be a little bit easier for you to get into the Fast Pass line. The line will be shorter more than likely. So your Fast Pass line will be shorter. It will be easier for you to keep going from Fast Pass to Fast Pass. So after your 3 Fast Passes are done for the day, you will more than likely go on your app, unless you just happen to be by a kiosk, and look up what's available next during that time, and that can be really useful. It's good for like high traffic times, like maybe before Wishes, things like that, because during Wishes or during big shows or parades like that, chances are the lines are going to be pretty short anyway. You could chance it and go over to any of the mountains, whatever. So now, at this part of the video, I'm going to list like my suggestions on what you should Fast Pass at each park based on experience. So we'll start with Magic Kingdom. First, of course, you're going to want to probably Fast Pass the mountains. By that, I mean Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, and Big Thunder Mountain. There's not a tier system in Magic Kingdom, so you could have Fast Passes for all 3. Depending on your age of group and size of group, you will decide if Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, and Space Mountain are right for you guys to Fast Pass. If you have lots of children under 38 inches, it's probably not worth it to use a Fast Pass. If it's 3 adults and 1 10-month-old, you probably could do that and take turns. So continuing on with Magic Kingdom, after the mountains, I would consider Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, just because that line is always at least 40 minutes. I would suggest doing it. That height limit is 38 inches, so again, take that into consideration when planning for your group. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin is probably my number 3 pick, just because the line usually is about 30 minutes long, or a walk-on if you have a Fast Pass. A lot of things like Haunted Mansion, Winnie the Pooh can be a little bit longer, but the queue is really cute, so I like to walk through the queue. Those things are going to be a shorter wait. I also recommend, I didn't write this down, but bonus, the Princess Fairy Tale Hall meet and greets, I highly, highly recommend for you to Fast Pass if those are on your agenda and a must do. Usually the line is decently long for those, and it is a meet and greet, so it doesn't feel like as big of a payoff in my opinion. Now, some people will argue that Peter Pan's Flight is the Fast Pass to get in Magic Kingdom. I, however, don't feel like it is worth a Fast Pass. The ride is pretty short. It's getting older. And I'm hoping this time that if I choose to ride it to actually go through the queue, because I haven't gone through that queue. That has been refurbished most recently. I'm pretty excited to try it. So my next suggestions are going to be for Epcot. And my top 3 are in the tier system, so you cannot Fast Pass all 3 of these rides. But what you can do is after you use your 3, feel free to Fast Pass them later in the day if they are available. First and foremost, Frozen. Again, if it's up to your age group of people. If you have 3 10-year-olds in your group, you might not want to do that. You might want to do Soarin' or Test Track. It's up to you. Another ride that I suggest Fast Passing, those are the 3 for Epcot, right there. Frozen, Soarin', Test Track. This time, since we got Frozen, I also did Living with the Land, because sometimes that line gets really long for no reason. And then also Spaceship Earth, I think I did as well. Oh no, I did Turtle Talk with Crush, which I'm excited about, because I'm not sure how that Fast Pass works. So I'm pretty excited to see if that means that maybe our kids will be in the front, or maybe we'll be picked to talk to with Crush. Somebody's a little bit fussy. Next we're going to talk about Hollywood Studios. So much buzz about Hollywood Studios. there's no rides there. Well, there will be soon, but right now it is kind of a dull park. So Hollywood Studios is a must-do for my family as we are big Star Wars fans. My niece and nephew love Jedi Academy. Lucia's really looking forward to meeting Chewbacca, so we knew it was a must-do. So of course I got Toy Story Midway Mania because for one, that line is always long. I'm hoping now that the third track is open it won't be as long, but maybe with the Fast Pass that means we can ride it twice because it's one of my favorites. So I'm really hoping for that. Also, I got Star Tours, and I think I got Tower of Terror this time because Tower of Terror is also one of my favorite rides. However, it is not my niece and nephew's favorite ride, so it might take some coaxing to get them on there, or I might just have to go on it with my husband and brother and sister-in-law, and the kids will just have to wait as we take turns. But of course, Rock and Roller Coaster is another one that you might want to fast pass. That line is usually long as well, especially like in the middle of the day. Hollywood Studios is also a tier system for fast passes. I'm not 100% sure where I think it's like Tower of Terror or Rock and Roller Coaster, or it's like Midway Mania or Rock and Roller Coaster. I'm not sure. I'd have to look that back up. I'll put it in the description below or add a notation in here once I find out. And then Animal Kingdom. If you're going early in the morning to Animal Kingdom, obviously you're probably going to want to try for the safari because as they say in the morning, the animals are more active. And I think the last time we were there, we had our Fast Pass for safari was at like 10 or 11 in the morning, and we still had pretty active animals, so I'm not sure if that's necessarily true anymore. But yeah, so that's probably the first one you'll want to. That Safari or Everest. Expedition Everest is always really slow in the morning, so when I went with my sister in November 2015, we actually rode Everest twice before we even used our Fast Pass, I believe. So that was awesome. There's also the single rider line if you wanted to use that trick for while you are there to ride Everest more than once if the line's a little bit long. Lastly, you can choose Dinosaur, or this time we chose the Festival of the Lion King because I've never seen it, and I'm really excited to share the Festival of the Lion King show with my daughter this time. I'm very excited to see it. I've heard many, many good things. Something to take note of with the Fast Passes, they are 1 hour long. Usually there is like a 15-minute grace period either way. Don't quote me on that because Disney is always changing, but I think you can usually get in about 15 minutes before and also 15 minutes after if you happen to miss it. The other thing is, I don't know if I mentioned, 60 days out from your arrival date at 7 a.m. Eastern Time is when you can book those, and it is so much better. I don't know if people just aren't getting up or what the deal is, but when I had to book our Fast Passes at midnight 60 days out, it was horrible. I never got what we wanted. The website was always going slow, so I don't know if they just improved the entire thing or what the deal was, but I greatly appreciate it, Disney, because this time we were actually in Kentucky when I had to do our Fast Passes, and it was so easy. I set my alarm, got up at 7, did it real quick, got everything figured out, and it was no problem. So, yeah, I think that's all I had to say about the Fast Pass Plus system. Oh, I guess I didn't mention that it actually does connect to your Magic Band that you get with your reservation if you stay on property, or your card if that is how you're using your ticket. But oh, also, if you're not staying on property, you can book your Fast Passes 30 days out instead of 60. But yeah, you just touch your Magic Band Mickey to Mickey at that time at the Fast Pass entrance, and that's how you get in. I don't know I think that was all I wanted to cover. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe for more videos like this one, as well as coming Disney World vlogs. And possibly some lifestyle vlogs as well. We're working on getting our camera situation a little bit better and filming situation a little bit better, and hopefully we'll get it all solidified soon. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. See ya!